Diary.
Yeah, check it, baby. This is your boy Invincible, and you're watching another episode of the Gentleman Club Diary. Today we got someone who is super dope. She's a twerker, like a twerker, heavy duty booty twerker. I seen a twerk video. I said I need to see that in person, but I don't know if you guys are gonna get a chance to see that today. But welcome everybody, Scarlett.
Hey guys, what's up? Scarlett Jamez.
Scarlett James. See, I missed the James. I missed it. My bad on that. Okay, Scarlett. So we're gonna just jump right into it. Off camera, we were talking about you just said you had to elbow somebody because he tried to touch you
with no money in his hands.
With no money. He was thinking it was funny too until he got smacked.
Right in the chest. I hit him in the chest because he was grabbing on me and I was sitting at the bar and I just went pop. And I said, "You gonna touch me without money in your hands?" He's like, "Oh shit, okay." And starts handing me money, So
yeah, he gave you some money. See, so that is something common on the daily. You've learned that no one is allowed to touch you without paying you.
That's right.
So that is something for you customers out there or just the audience. If you ever go to a strip club, know that if you touch the dancers, you got to pay them. You got to pay to play.
That's right.
Correct. Now you're a Virgo.
I am.
So are you bossy?
I'm hella bossy.
You're hella bossy, huh?
I'm hella bossy and demanding.
Demanding? So Virgos are mean, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's not that we're mean. It's just that we know what we know what we want.
You know what you want.
Yeah, we know what we want.
Yeah, they were saying like Virgos, they like things in order. Like certain things got to be always in order.
Collective chaos.
Yeah. How would you explain?
I'm mean.
You're mean.
I'm flat out mean, and it's not because I'm trying to be mean to the girls, but it's because they're in my way or they're saying something that doesn't make sense to what we're trying to do there. Like we're all there to make money and not for the drama and not for friends. So if they're getting in the way, I'm just gonna move them right out of my way, and I'll tell them. A couple of the girls call me Mama Roxy, because I'm Roxy in the club.
Oh.
And they're like, "Oh, mom, yes, mom. If they're drinking too much, I'm like, go to sleep. Like, I don't need you right here. You're in my way, and you're being messy. Like, I don't need that."
Hey, you know what? I have seen that's what I would do as a manager. I would, if a girl was getting too drunk, or they might have passed. Like I've had girls pass out on the couch on the floor, yeah. And I'm like, "Hey, baby, get up." They can't even walk, and I make them go to sleep in the locker room.
For sure.
So yeah, so you're known as the mama, the one that kind of would put a girl in check in the...
I mean, to an extent, I'm not typically going to put someone in check if they're not in my way. But if they're saying something that I don't like, I definitely voice my opinion. And if they're too drunk, I'll tell them to get out of my way or go to bed. And I tell them to shut up all the time. I mean, there's a couple girls that I know are going to be watching this and they're going to be like, "Oh gosh,
yeah,
Roxy tells me to shut up every night."
Huh. So you got to tell them you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, being a dancer, though, you were saying that you've done this for some time. Mm-hmm. Now, being a dancer, do you think that kind of changed your attitude? Like maybe 10 years ago, would you say you are attitude-wise anything like you were 10 years ago?
I'd say that I'm pretty much consistent with my attitude. I definitely think, as I got plastic surgery, I got a little bit more confident. So I probably walk a little different with my head a little bit higher. But other than that, I mean, my attitude hasn't changed.
It's the Virgo in her. The Virgo. And yeah, she did come in here she came in here super saucy. Like she came in here, her toes done. Everything. She did have a little chip on the toe. I ain't gonna lie, but now just messing. No. She came in here looking nice. I gotta be real.
Granite stage and whatnot.
Yeah. No, she did come looking nice. So I did catch wind of something you're doing on I see you pretty active on social media, especially Instagram, and I seen that you're doing. Was it in the locker room, right? So,
yeah. So I do. What we do is script talk, and then we'll repost it on Reels on Instagram. But pretty much, I just interview a couple of the girls in the dressing room. I ask like 1 to 2 questions a night, and then we'll do a skit. Like last night or Thursday night, we did a skit where I pretended I was the customer and like what they do in the VIP that we don't like and how we react, and it was pretty funny. We get a lot of engagement, so it's doing well.
yeah, it looks pretty dope too. I seen something. I was seeing something where you were saying. I think the last one I saw was you're asking the girls if they ever like saw a customer that I guess has like
a weird interaction or an awkward interaction, and like who was it and how did you react and whatnot. Yeah.
Have you ever seen like a family member or anybody in the club?
So me personally, I'm not a family member. All my family knows that I dance. I mean, all my family, my cousins, everything. So everyone stays away from like the clubs that I work in. Actually, my mom's ex-boyfriend did come into my club one time, and when he did, I told him he had to go.
Damn, that must have been awkward.
It wasn't, because my mom's a dancer also.
Oh, is she?
My mom still dances.
Oh, shit.
So when he came in, he thought he was far enough away. I was dancing all the way in Torrance at the Spearmint Rhino over there, and my mom and him used to live like up in Ventura County, so he thought he was far enough away.
Oh, damn. But then little did he know, he bumped right into you.
Right. And I was like, drink your beer and hop out, because like I gotta go on stage and I'm not going until you leave. And he was like, I'm sorry. And he was super embarrassed. And it's funny because he was only like 2 years older than me, and he came with like my high school homies.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, y'all can stay, but he's got to go.
You got to roll. Kick rocks with flip-flops. You got to roll. Hey, but you know what? Like, you seem pretty confident, like, as far as being a dancer. So I would assume that it really wouldn't bother you what people think or not.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me. I've been doing this a long time. It certainly bothered me in the beginning. There was also a lot more of a stigma back in when I started, and I started in 2009. So nowadays, it's like everyone and their mama wants to be a stripper. So
yeah, how do you feel about that? Like now in the entertainment industry, they kind of popular. Like they definitely make dancing popular, and that's kind of a trend in a way. So what do you feel about that?
I think probably like when the movie Hustler came out with J-Lo.
Yeah, that's
when things really went downhill. I used to make so much money without even having to show a nipple. I'd go on stage and make like $3,000 in like a night, and then nowadays it's like it's pulling teeth to make like two bands.
Pulling teeth, yeah. So all you guys have been trying to borrow money from her, she can't do it right now. It's tight right now, huh? It's tight. Yeah,
it's been slow, but I
needed $20 right now, and she was like, "I can't do it, Vince. Sorry." So
hey, I got my money tied up in investments right now.
Yeah, see, so hit her up in about 3 years. Yeah, but now we're talking about that, the ballers that come to the club and during the PP.
Yeah. PP.
So it was cracking, right? So I wanted to talk about like scammers. Right? Okay,
yeah.
Is there a lot of scammers that come to the club?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
And they're the best ones because it ain't their money. They throwing it.
So shout out to the scammers out there.
The scammers.
Hey, the dancers, we need more scammers at the club because they throw some money, right?
That's right. I like scammers and drug dealers, baby. Like whoever's going to throw me the most bread.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter, right?
It really doesn't matter. I'm like a CEO or a drug dealer or a scammer. It doesn't really matter as long as they're handing me money and it's real.
It doesn't matter.
That's all I
care
about.
So would you ever date a scammer?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
But you take some money from the scammer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're like, you scam somebody, I'm going to scam you.
For sure.
So it's karma.
We can call it karma.
Yeah? Okay. What about pimps? Because I dealt with a lot of pimps in the club.
I gotta say, I don't really deal with a whole lot of that.
A lot of no pimps come to your club at all?
I mean, I definitely think that there's like probably one or two that I'm aware of, but I think most of them don't approach me.
They already know what's up.
I mean, I hold myself pretty strong in the club, and I don't really think that. I mean, most customers don't really approach me, and if they do, they're just like very timid. They're like, "Oh, can I get a dance?" But so you don't unless I talk to somebody, they're kind of like nervous to talk to us.
So pretty much you want a confident guy.
I mean, sure.
But
like in life, like in my personal life.
In life.
I like a narcissist.
Yeah, you want.
I like a guy who thinks that he's the biggest, baddest guy in the room, and if he's not, he's got to believe it.
Got to believe it.
You know.
Okay, all right, that's cool. So you like somebody that believes in himself. Well, I happen to be someone that believes in myself a whole lot. No, that's cool. So what signs have you actually dated? Have you dated like outside of Virgo?
I've never dated a Virgo. I was with my daughter's dad from 15 until I was 20, and he was a Capricorn. And then my son.
Very emotional, right? Emotional. I dated a girl who was a Capricorn. She was super emotional.
I feel like he was very emotionless.
My bad.
He was emotionless.
Emotionless?
Yeah, like he didn't have emotions. He was very robotic.
Robotic?
Unless he was angry because something didn't go his way.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I want to get into the whole VIP room thing. Take us through an experience of like, say I was at the club gonna get a VIP dance from you.
At the club that I work at currently.
Yeah. Yeah. How would that experience be for me? If
Um,
I'm like, baby, I want to dance from you.
I'd start walking away. I'd be like, all right, let's go.
Oh yeah, you
know,
would.
yeah. I'm like, come on.
Okay. So how?
I'm not the hand holder type. I'm not gonna drag you back there. I'm gonna say you're following me. Like, let's go. You want it? Let's go.
Okay.
And we'll go. At my club, you pay first. So you go up to the cashier, you pay for your dance, and then I will start walking over to the VIP section. I'll have them sit down. I take off my shoes. Our couches are real low. So standing in the heels is not comfortable.
Not comfortable. Okay.
And then I'll start dancing, and then eventually I'll take off my top. I'm like, say we get a 10-minute, for example, you're getting about 3 to 5 minutes of me actually being nude.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll take my time taking off my the
you're like, okay, the first song is just me just barely taking off a strap.
Because I want to get another. You want to get
another one.
You know, finally they get me naked, and like I'll go real hard at the end. I'll start grinding real fast, doing all the extra like movement and whatnot. And right before I know my timer's going off, and I wear my Apple Watch, so I be timing myself. so I know it's coming, and I'm like, okay, we got 30 seconds. I'm gonna get them real excited, and then dance is over. Sorry, babe. Did you want to do another?
Okay.
You know.
So you're a master at
I want more. I don't want to have to go ask other guys for dances. If I can keep one guy back there the whole night, that's ideal.
So would you say it's kind of like speed dating? Because, well, no, it's not like speed dating. But my question is, it is kind of like speed dating because you keep going to one customer till you find the right one.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess I don't really have to go to that many customers.
They come to you?
I mean, I have a pretty good regular list, like client list. So, like, if I'm going into work, I know who's coming in at what time. So, if I know someone's coming in and I know they're going to spend like 500 to 1,000 on me, I'm not talking to nobody until they get there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be lazy till they get there. I'll get ready. I'll do my script talks. I'll chill out with the girls, have some Red Bull, and just chat.
The regulars, though, do they ever want like more? Like maybe a relationship? Do they ever like...
So I get the girlfriend experience with my regulars.
You give that to them? Like, okay.
Yeah, I've had probably... I think my clients that I've seen the least are probably about maybe 2 years. But like we don't sleep together or anything like that. It's just like, I'll go to dinner with him or and obviously I'm getting paid for my time and whatnot, but we chat all the time, and
yeah, that's cool.
I'm more like a underdressed, overpaid therapist.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I do hear that a lot. What about dating you? What would it be like dating you?
I don't date. I get married.
You get married. Well, you gotta somehow kind of.
No.
Right? No, you just if you're feeling somebody, and they said, "I just want to marry you," you be down?
It takes me a long time to feel somebody, but I don't do dating. I'm like, we can talk all you want, get to know me, I'll get to know you, but like, I'm not gonna do the whole dating thing unless you're paying me for my time. It's not happening. Like, you can come and hang out, but I'm not gonna be going out of my way to see nobody.
Not gonna go out your way to see some. And so you dance at a fully nude.
I do.
And that's what you prefer.
In California, yeah.
Yeah. You feel like there's more money that you can make fully nude?
Yeah, absolutely. But when it comes to Vegas, like, I dance at bikini topless clubs.
So what's the major difference? Is there like a different vibe? Because I know California, I mean, we're pretty close by, but is there a major difference from Vegas clubs to Cali clubs?
I'd say yeah. At least where like I've been used to working. Mostly in California, you're getting regulars. You're seeing people all the time, right? In Vegas, it's people from all over that are coming into town, and I'm probably not going to see them again unless they come back to town 6 months or a year later or whatever. People that go into the clubs in Vegas are not the people who live in Vegas.
They're just traveling in
right.
And out. Has anybody ever like
so they're there to really spend, you know what I mean? They know that they're going to the strip club in Vegas, and maybe they only got a week in Vegas, right? So we're handling whatever money they got. If they won, say they won like 10 grand at the tables, right? they're spending the whole 10 grand.
So have you ever got flown out? Like, has anybody ever said, "Hey, I want to fly you out"?
I've had a lot of guys offer to fly me out, but like again, like I said, this is the first time that I've been single ever in my life.
So it's still a possibility. So it's a possibility.
And I've only been single for 5.5, 6 months. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Damn, and you don't like it?
I don't. I hate being single.
Damn, you know what? I kind of like being single.
Really?
You know why? Because I'll tell you why. Because look it, when I was dating, the girl was like, "Hey, you need to do this. You got to," and I felt like I can't even get what I wanted. Like doing stuff like this takes time. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so I need somebody that's going to be comfortable with being able to.
So you're dating the wrong girls. I mean, I feel like, because like me personally, if I could be married but live in 2 separate households, that would be the perfect situation for me. Like, I see you when I have time to see you. Don't bother me otherwise. Like, you know, come home. I want to come home to somebody to sleep, but like during the day, I'm like, can you go? Leave me alone. I got time. If I have time, I'm like, I want to watch my television shows. I don't want to hear what you got to say about my television shows. I want to listen to my music.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Speaking of music, what kind of music are you bumping when you go on set? What kind of music?
Honestly,
yeah.
I play the same 2 songs every night.
Oh, you want to know what those songs are? There's an NSYNC
honestly,
song
I
and
don't
a
even know
Backstreet Boys song. It's crazy.
I don't know what my songs are called.
And she was twerking to those songs too. I was like, damn.
I do love my NSYNC. I do love my Backstreet Boys.
Nah.
I'm forever Christina.
Yeah. So do you shake? So when you go on stage, are you just pretty much twerking? What are you?
I'll do a couple pole tricks, but like for the most part, yeah, I just twerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like floor dancing or do you like giving VIP dances?
You like booths, you mean?
Yeah, booth.
I like both. At my club, it's really messed up right now. They're charging like way too much, and it's not even fair. So, I prefer VIPs at the moment. But prior to the change, like I would want to do floor dancing.
Floor dancing.
Yeah.
So is it like, because when at the club I was at, we would have like a table, a bottle service table, and then we would have the girls. There might be 2 or 3 girls dancing at a section. Is that kind of how it is?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if we're full nude in California, we can't have alcohol. So, like, I'm not gonna lie, we'd be providing it on the low ourselves, if possible.
Yeah, one time I went to her club. She got me drunk. I don't know how I got home. It was crazy. I woke up. I don't know. I was in a taxi. It was crazy, but yeah. So
taxi.
Well, that's how I got home. A taxi. I don't know. But no, that's good. So you do slip some alcohol.
Yeah, I be slipping the customers alcohol. And I'm not supposed to, but whatever. I'm gonna make my money one way or another.
So what's some kind of wild things you've experienced throughout the years of you actually dancing?
Like wild in what sense? Because you got to be more specific.
Okay,
There's a lot
wild
of
in the dancing area.
I mean, I've seen 3 murders at my club.
You seen 3 murders at your club? Like you saw them, or you just heard about them?
No, I seen them.
You seen them happen? What?
I seen one executionary style shooting, another just shooting out in the parking lot, and then somebody drive at the parking lot and hit a girl on a bike.
Hit a girl on a bike? Damn. So actually being a dancer is pretty dangerous.
It's very dangerous. I've been followed home on so many occasions.
So how do you deal with the stalking? Like,
well, I drive an hour and a half to work.
Oh yeah, so you're like, so, if you want to, you better have a food tank of gas.
You really got to be wanting to follow my ass home.
They better have a food tank of gas and ready to spend some money. Just
right.
To follow. Yeah, you be taking like side streets. Like you ain't gonna follow me.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I carry a weapon, and it is registered. So if I have to use it, I can. They've never actually followed me all the way home, though. I will say that. I've never been followed all the way home. I've always had like the police stop them or like me pull into a police station. Yeah.
Okay, and how about in the dance area? I mean, or in the locker room area? Because you do videos in the locker. I mean, what's some of the
locker room stuff? I mean, girls fighting. That's much
common, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much as bad as it gets in the locker room, or as scary as it gets in the locker room. But
how about stealing? Because that
we have cameras. Like,
hey,
I will say there's this one girl who stole my freaking slides, and I was very upset about it because I had to drive to Havasu with no fucking shoes on.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was really messed
Man,
up.
she stole her G-strings. It was crazy. I was like, what? Like, how are you going to steal someone's G-strings? She was just wearing those right now.
Yeah, no. I had to go into the Walmart with my dancer heels on to get.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did.
Everybody's looking at you?
Yeah, because like I wasn't gonna walk barefoot into a store, and it was like early in the morning. The only place that was open was Walmart. So I was like, that's normal Walmart shit, right?
Yeah. So is anybody checking you out? Let me get her number.
I made my brother-in-law go with me. Mm-hmm. I was like, come on.
So are you a drinker though? I'm assuming you are.
I drink a little bit. I don't ever get too drunk.
Yeah. So what's the
not at work anyway.
So what's the drink of choice?
Vodka.
Vodka?
Mm-hmm.
Why? It's more on the healthier.
I mean, it's the least calories.
Least
for
calories,
one.
right? Yeah.
For two, like I don't know who I am on tequila.
No.
That's a whole other girl.
Man.
That's a whole other girl.
She'll be tearing down the cameras right now. She's on tequila. She'll be like, "Screw you, Vince."
I don't even know that girl.
Yeah, huh?
No, it's pretty bad. But you know, I mean, I like my vodka.
Like your vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so some Tito's is cool for you.
I mean, Tito's, if that's what they have.
Yeah. Do dancers? Do they kind of judge somebody off of what they drink?
I don't think so.
No,
I mean, at least not the girls that I hang out with.
No, because you're at the Fully Nude, so it really don't.
Yeah,
it really don't matter, huh?
Not so much. I mean, there's definitely girls like who name themselves after alcohol, and I'm kind of like, okay. So, like I know what kind of girl you are, you know.
So what do you got to say about the girls who like give it up in the Fully Nudes? Is that really like looked bad upon, or you really don't care?
What, like full service?
Yeah, full service.
Baby better charge. She better charge heavily.
So do you give props to like the girls that are doing it? You're like, oh, how much you give
It's not even that I give them props. It's just like if you're doing it for the low, you're going to get your ass whipped, because I'm not going to sit here and give a perfectly normal dance and a clean dance for somebody after they just got laid. You know what I mean? For the low, for the same price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they better make sure they're paying a good handful of money.
They better be paying a couple bands. Yeah. If they're not paying a couple bands in the club, like they're gonna get enough.
Yeah. So what? Well, so what's a good night for you? Like what's the most money? Like what's a not
like
the
on
most,
average?
Yeah. What's a good night? Like what would you say if you walked at home at a night? You're like, damn, I had a good night tonight.
Anything over 2,000.
It's a good night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn.
Like I'm happy with. I mean, if I'm over 2,000, I'm stoked. If I make 1,000, I'm happy. If I make less than 1,000, I'm pissed off.
You're pissed off.
Yeah, I'm real mad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's been a couple nights like that lately. It's been a lot slower. So
you've been pissed. You've been pissed right now.
I've been a little mad.
Yeah, you've been mad. So on the bad nights, would you base it off of your performance? Would you base it off of maybe just your energy, or would you base it off on just there's not enough customers there, or what do you think it is?
For me personally, I can always make money no matter what, as long as there's people. Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm in a bad mood, everybody better watch out. Because
you're coming.
I'll tell myself though, honestly, if I'm in a bad mood, I send myself home, because I won't work like that.
So how often are you in a bad mood?
Not that often.
Not that often?
No, not that often.
Okay.
I'm like, someone's really got to piss me off to mess with my money.
Okay, got it. All right, so I have a question, because he's a follower on TikTok, and he was asking, so this is what he said. He said, is there a certain type, this is from a guy named Dave. He says, is there a certain type of customer you look for at the strip club? Because Dave said that he went to a strip club recently with $5K, and not one girl came up to him. Okay. And you know what? I know he's not lying. I'll tell you this. And we're going to tag him when we release this. Uh-huh. But I know he's not lying. I'll tell you why. Because I've came to a strip club before with $5K ready to throw. Mm-hmm. Maybe spent a couple grand. Nobody came up to me.
That's crazy.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, maybe how you were acting towards the girls, or if you were closed off. Like, if I see a guy who's sitting there like this, I'm not approaching him. Approach him? Mm-mm.
Okay,
not at all.
That comes down to this, because I saw this happen. A guy come in, he doesn't look like he has the best, shall I say, like maybe wardrobe and hygiene, right?
Those are the best customers.
Yeah, and not one girl wanted to dance with this customer.
Those are usually the best ones. I mean, for me, like, me and, like, my homegirl, Princess, we always go for the guys that don't have the nice shoes on and that are, like, hella overweight because they don't get enough attention, so they spend money.
Oh.
They be spending that money.
So you don't. So that's what it is. You won't go for a more.
If a guy's coming in and he's got chains on and, like, super nice shoes and all the things, I'm not going over there.
She basically said chains because I'm wearing some.
No, I'm just saying.
If you come to a club, you ain't getting no love.
No, I mean, I have guys that will come in and they'll buy, like, you know, like our more expensive booth, for example.
Yeah.
And it has a pole in it. I won't go over there unless I know the guys because personally, I'm like, they're just trying to show out. And now 10 girls are going to be in that booth. They might throw 2 or 3 bands, but divided by 10 girls and we each get charged $300 to dance in that booth.
Yeah.
How much money am I really walking with?
That's true. Cause
you know? So, like, personally, no, I'm not doing all that. And the guy with the chains is going to get all the girls going up to him. Where the guy that's not wearing nothing fancy and might smell a little, might be a little overweight, that's who I'm going to. Because the girls are not looking twice at him.
Hey, that's cool.
And he don't get that entertainment. He don't get that usual attraction. So, for someone like me to walk up to someone like him, like, he's getting what he came there for, you know?
All right, fellas. So if you guys go see Scarlett Jamez at the club, doesn't matter if you got your construction boots on. Doesn't matter if you haven't changed your socks in a week.
We like truck drivers.
Yeah. she gonna show love. Right? You're gonna twerk it on them. Mm-hmm. So what do you say is your, what do you get complimented on the most physically?
My nipples.
Your nipples? We're gonna have to do a Patreon thing right now. Why? What's so good about your nipples? I don't know. They're
just perky.
They're perky. Yeah. They're nice.
They're nice. Yeah.
So that's what customers are like. Damn, you got some nice nipples.
Every single dance. As soon as I take off my top, they're like, "Oh my god."
They're like, "Damn, her nipples." So the nipples. Yeah. Well, I haven't saw the nipples yet, but maybe someday we'll see them. But no, that's cool. All right. So I want to know, what have you learned throughout your whole journey of this whole dancing experience?
That men are tools to be used.
Whoa.
Men are tools to be used to get to the next level in life. Women can get so far with their looks and they can get so far with their brains, but they need a man to get to the next level.
So do you feel like you need a man?
I mean, I've gotten to the level that I want to get to.
Yeah?
Yeah. And, like, I have a business partner who is very extremely well-known and has an unlimited amount of money for me to utilize, so...
I mean, I don't know, because I see the social media stuff where, like, girls are... Seems like there's, like, a hate right now with men and women on social media, where it's like, I don't need a man, I don't need this and that.
I want a man.
You want a man.
I love having a man.
Yeah.
I really do. But I'm not gonna, put myself in a position that I'm not satisfied.
Yeah. Okay.
In, like, every realm, you know?
Yeah. So you're not going to just settle for something, anything. And you don't date customers.
And I don't date customers.
So do you look down on customers at all?
No. I love customers.
You love them?
I love my customers. I think they're the best thing that's ever happened to me, aside from my personal family life and whatnot. But my customers are everything. I wouldn't be nothing without them at this point.
Hey, that's love right there. So shout out to Scarlett Jamez's customers.
Yeah,
they show
sure.
her love. They throw her money. Some days she might be in a bad mood. Just say, Scarlett, take your ass home. Come back tomorrow. I'll throw you $1,000. All right. So, well, I think that, this was a pretty cool talk. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about before we wrap this up?
I'm starting my own podcast here soon, and I'd love to have you on. Yes.
Let's do it.
It's going to be mostly, like my script talk, but it's also going to go into, the biological, physical, and emotional reactions that come into play. So epigenetics and physiology that happens during dances and whatnot. So I'd love to have you on that because we want to go on the scientific side of things as well. But like really get into deep on like the emotional side. Before we wrap it up, I do like that because I've always wondered, being a manager, right? I've always wondered, like, what the hell is what possesses these guys to do certain things of what they're doing? Like, I trip out. I've seen dudes get butt naked in the back room, and I'm like, what possesses them to do that, right? Or they just do the most random things. They'll go in there, go crazy in there. I'll kick them out,
Some of them even get beat up. And we drag them out. They'll come back the next day, sorry,
Absolutely.
and then throw some more money.
Absolutely.
Right? So.
And it's that apology money that really makes it work, right?
It is. Yeah. See, and they'll give you some money. They'll give you a couple 100,000, whatever. So yeah, now I want to thank you for coming through though, and I appreciate it. I see you doing a whole lot of work, so make sure you guys check her out. Can you give all your plugs and where they can find you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Scarlett X Letter across all platforms.
Scarlett, and she's bad too. She be like posing in her outfits. I'm like, God damn, who is this? And shout out to Sammy Sam too. That's the homegirl.
Filipina official.
Oh, you know what? I didn't get into that. What ethnic background are you?
I'm Filipino, French, Native American.
She's Native American. See, I'm Native American too, bro.
Are you?
I don't be playing with me like that. All right. Is there any shout outs you want to give? Any disses you want to say to anybody? Oh.
No, I'm not really with the
no bad karma.
Yeah, no, I'm not with the dissing.
Okay. Is there any shout outs you want to give?
I mean, thanks Filipina official for getting me in touch with this guy here.
yeah. So shout out to her because. I mean, we've had two baddies. Have you and her. Okay, I'm going to look at my notes real quick before we wrap it up. I just want to make sure I covered everything. This time, dudes be whipping it out at the club.
All the time.
Yeah?
At least once or twice a night.
Once or twice a night? That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, it happens very often.
So what happens when they do that? You just let them do their thing or?
No, I mean, like, first of all, I'll put my hand out like, you just disrespected me, so you're going to pay me. Oh. And then secondly, I'm like, that's not what happens over here. But like, I can hook it up with like some of the homegirls.
Dang. Hey, that's pretty tight though. Look, she uses this as an advantage. She says, if you're going to disrespect me, you got to pay. And you got to pay my homegirls. Mm-hmm. Damn, I need you on the team. God
hey, look, when it comes down to it, if I'm going on stage and I know I got a customer coming in throwing me like 2 or 3 bands, right? Mm-hmm. I'm bringing my homegirls because I'd rather us all 3 eat than one of us eat and 2 of us starve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
But like we're on a team, the 3 of us. It's Filipina official, Princess Turn Up, and myself.
Damn, they're on a team. So when I get my club cracking, they're gonna be on. They're gonna be at the club. We're gonna be all a team. I'm be like, baby, go get him. You get him. It's be cracking. We're gonna be going out to dinner. We're gonna see us pretty soon. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Gentleman Club Diary. I want to thank you, Scarlett, Jamez. You've been great. For some reason, I think that is not just water. I feel like there's something in there. I've been looking at it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there is.
Yeah, but
you ever had Liquid G?
I don't know. I'm about to try it, but yeah, I want to thank you for coming through.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's been fun.
Yeah, check her out too. And we are out.
This is Scarlett Jamez. Wait, what? What am I saying? This is Scarlett Jamez, and I want to thank the Gentleman Club Diary for having me on.
You said you danced for a celebrity before.
Oh, yeah. I've danced for a couple of celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis Scott, Nas, or Nev, or something like that.
Nas X, is that?
I honestly don't listen to rap music unless I'm in the club. What do you listen to then? I listen to country music and jazz.
Oh, you kind of got a little country accent too. You're like a romantic girl. Huh? You're like a stripper, and then what are you outside the club?
I'm wholesome as like wholesome.
Because we're even talking about lingo. She didn't know what mid was.
No.
She didn't know what no cap was.
For sure, no. Like honestly, I would say that I'm more on like the housewife.
She's looking to be a housewife.
I don't want to be a housewife. I just like acting like a housewife. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to work. I love to work. Not necessarily just dancing, but like any type of work. I like to be out and about and doing my thing. Like, I don't like to be sitting at home. You know?
You want to be on your grind doing something.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like, my whole thing is like, life is supposed to be a steady incline. Mm-hmm. You know, like being on a plateau, like that's the scariest thing in my life. I don't ever want a plateau. If I'm not on an incline, we're not doing anything.
So I got a question: would you say like sex is a major part? Is that a major thing for you in a relationship?
No.
No? So you're not a real sexual person?
Oh, I'm sexual. I'm extremely sexual, but I don't correlate sex with relationships or love. not at all. Mm-mm.
So you're pretty much like, shit. You see,
Like, okay, for example, in my last relationship, we would have sex 3 times a day. In the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. I would never leave the house if he had balls that were full.
okay.
I gotta leave them empty. Gotta keep them dry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that. She wants to empty out your balls, so that's
Yeah.
So she'll
Like-
she'll leave you empty. All right. Was that because you wanted that, or is that he was forcing the 3 times?
No, not at all. I just didn't want to leave. I've got trust issues, man. Like, I didn't want to leave the house and think that he was,
Screwing
yearning
somebody
for
else.
no, just yearning for anything or
Yeah.
being horny. Like, if a guy's empty all the time, what's he gonna be thinking about?
Yeah,
You know
he's
what
gonna
I
be
mean?
like, damn.
But if I keep him like empty,
it's like,
then all he got to think about is work.
All right, we had a guest on this, and she was saying that us men, if we ejaculate too much, that we basically our testosterone levels go down, right?
Well, I mean, my ex was on TRT, and I prefer my men on TRT.
Oh damn! So she gonna get you on that
Yeah,
testosterone.
you
You're
gotta
gonna
be on test.
so you're gonna be all pumped up, just
Yep.
trying to smash it. So look at
And it's not even just for that. It's just like cognitive behavioral therapy. Like if you keep somebody on test, they're really like they're more focused.
Are they?
Yeah,
but ain't they like
absolutely.
mad all the time and stuff?
I said I like narcissists.
So you like a man? You like a guy?
I like
bully.
a mean, manly man.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I wouldn't say that I like Kanye, like as a person or
Like his
anything,
attitude, though.
but I do like his attitude. I like a mean guy.
You know why? Because he's kind of like not only is he gonna give you some game, he's dropping gems every time he talks. But people are like, "Damn, he's crazy he's crazy." But actually, if you really listen to him, he's actually spitting some real solid ingredients.
Sometimes.
We got everybody saying F Kanye. I don't like that guy.
I like I said, I wouldn't say I love Kanye or anything like that, but his attitude and how he seems unapproachable and people don't necessarily want to talk to him because they're nervous about what he might say. Like, I like a guy like that.
You like kind of a jerk.
Yeah, I like a mean guy.
All right. So if you're a jerk, you're gonna win with
But
her.
like, treat me like I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you, you know? Like, I'm special. I'm going to be treated nicely, but everyone else around us is not going to be treated nicely. And, like, I act the same way. Like, I was at the beach with one of my homegirls, and guys came up, and they're like, oh, they threw the football towards us, and, like, it lands. They come up, and they're like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like, married.
Dang.
Bye-bye. Like, I'm not interested.
You're not interested.
But, like, I'm a mean girl.
So how does someone approach you then?
They can't.
They can't. You have to approach them?
If I want something, I'm going to get it. If I don't want something, I won't let it come near me.
Oh, so you kind of dictate it's the Virgo.
Yeah, and that's what people say. Virgos are needy, but I prefer the word demanding.
Demanding. So you go out so you're a go-getter. Whatever you want, you feel like you're going to get that.
Yeah, I mean, I always get what I want, one way or another.
All right, well, I got to check you out at I definitely got to check you at the club because you said you had the best looking nipples and that's the most in your comp. I haven't seen nothing because we're like in a small room and there's not, right? There's nothing. We can't even see a twerk. We can't see nothing.
I know, I'm going to knock over a mic.
Yeah, we might have to knock over some mics right now. But I actually would like to see a twerk or something, but maybe for another episode we can see something.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, OnlyFans?
Oh, yeah, OnlyFans.
Yeah, so what kind of stuff are we going to see on the OnlyFans if we were to like if I was to look at your OnlyFans right now, what kind of stuff am I going to see right now?
Well, what's on there right now is girl-on-girl content, which is my main focus. And then, playing with myself and toys. I'm a big toy girl. I love all the toys. And I have an Amazon wish list. So if you want to buy me some toys.
Buy her some toys?
Go handle that. Buy me all the toys because I'll be using them.
Okay. Here's a question. Like, if you dating somebody, right, and they wanted to have like a threesome or get a girl to come, are you cool with that?
If I pick her.
You got to pick her.
I don't like to screw ugly girls.
Okay.
Like, that's just me personally. I'm like, I have a certain standard of females that I like. And that's what I prefer.
I like that.
But, if I think we talked about this off camera, but like, if my man's like, say I'm working or dating a guy that's working in an office and there's like some tension between him and his secretary, I'm going to be like, handle that, let me know. But handle that so that the tension doesn't grow. Because then it's going to be a secret. And I don't think that sex is cheating. personally. I don't think sex is cheating. I think that the lies is cheating, and like that's what affects me. Because again, like I said before, I don't correlate sex with love. I don't correlate sex with relationships. I do correlate honesty.
So that I've never heard that where that the actual lies is that's actually dope though. The lies are more important than the actual sex thing.
Because realistically, okay, so my homegirl, one of my best friends, since I was like, I don't know, 18 or 19, Karma RX, she's a big porn star. But like we've been homegirls for a really long time. And we went to dinner one time and she goes like, why is everyone so focused on like if I'm screwing someone else, right? If I'm in a relationship. She's like, you have a dog? You love your dog, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you go out to the dog park and you pet other dogs, you're still going home to your dog, right? You don't love those dogs. You love your dog.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of it like that. Okay, but say like, say we're in a relationship, right? Would you go out and hook up with somebody sexually?
I mean, like, in my relationships, I'm still going to want to see females.
Oh, females are fine.
No, but they're not for everybody. You know, like my ex-husband was not happy if
he wasn't happy if you hooked up with females.
No, I mean, I never did in our relationship.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing.
You ever get tempted though?
Absolutely. I mean, I love women. I absolutely love having sex with women. So, in my future relationships, in a perfect world or an ideal relationship, I would be able to sleep with other women.
I would like that.
And I would want to be able to bring them home.
I think that's dope.
You know, now my guy, as long as he lets me know ahead of time, not after the fact. Don't tell me, oh, I this girl. Tell me, oh, hey, there's this tension with this girl. Or if you're at the bar and you see someone hot and you're like, I just kind of want to hit it. Text me. Tell me. Say, I think I want to hit it. And I'll be like, okay, take her out of town. I don't want nobody. Don't make me look dumb. That's what it comes down to.
Damn, that's dope. I like you. Know? Goddamn.
But also, like if we're on a vacation, we call it like vacational sex, right? If we're on vacation together, we're going to take girls home. We're going to take girls or back to the hotel or whatever, and we're going to sleep with them, but we're not exchanging phone numbers. We're not exchanging social medias because I don't want her hitting him up behind my back or him.
It's just for that moment.
It's for the moment, just like moment. They are play toys. They are not in the relationship type thing.
Yeah, you know what? That's dope. Do you think if more people were like this, there would be like less cheating?
Absolutely. I mean, because cheating in my head is the disrespect and the lying.
Lying is more important. See, no one ever really talks about that. You know, everybody in a relationship, they're like, oh, just that.
They're so focused on owning cheating. Someone's body.
Yeah, you're more worried.
I don't want to own my partner's body.
Hey, you know what? I kind of feel like that too. Like I feel more disrespected when I know you're lying about something. Like you're straight lying to me.
Especially when you get like someone gets caught and they continue to lie.
You're
about
like,
it.
I just got proof. Like I got
and
evidence.
I'm like, what?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Why are you still lying? You got caught, but I don't want to have to catch you.
Yeah.
I want to be told. By the way, I have sexual tension with so and so. I'm like, okay, we'll handle that so that it doesn't grow into something else. Because the problem with sexual tension with males and females is that it grows into some type of feeling. And I don't want my partner to have feelings for anyone else.
What about your partner going to a strip club?
I don't care.
Is you good with that?
I'm good as long as I know what's happening.
See, I don't.
But again, if he's going to a strip club, he's going to get a dance. If he's going to sleep with the girl or get a hand job or get a blow job, he needs to tell me that ahead of time. I don't like knowing things after the fact.
Of it happening.
I need to know that it before it happens.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be going to a strip club. If I was dating a stripper, I doubt that probably wouldn't be a necessity for me to even think about. Like, I don't think.
Going to the strip club?
Nah. And whatever you do, I'll even tell you, like, look it. So my thing is, if I'm dating a dancer, I'll say, look it. You go, we're going to have a plan here. You're going to dance for a year or 2 years. And then whatever you do whatever the hell you're going to do. But once you're out of there, we're going to build some shit in these 2 years. You're going to put that money. We're going to build something in 2 years. But in that time, you do what you do.
We have to understand that life happens.
It does.
For example, I only had a plan to dance for a couple of years. And I danced a lot longer than a couple of years. So I'm going on 14 years now.
It's hard. Oh, that was a question. We're talking about, like, how do you get out of it?
How you get out of dancing?
Yeah.
You either suffer
because the money's good. Like, hey, I'm going to keep it real. Like, before I got into the the strip club managing, I was I owned a studio, a pretty good sized photo video studio, and that's how I kind of met everybody. And
For sure.
that was kind of my main source of income. But I did like music. Music don't pay no bills, but I done a gang of other stuff too. But that studio was my source of income. But when I started managing a club and I still had my studio, it was like I'm working, but I was making triple of what I was making at my studio.
For sure. I mean, I think that you have to come up with a plan. And like for me, my plan was to come up with enough money to build residual income. Buying it, whether it was property or a real estate company or any kind of business that was going to give me passive income.
Yeah.
Because the idea is to work without working, right? To make money without actually working.
It is. That's why I do wear a shirt that says "Make money while you sleep."
But that's the other thing. Dancing is situational wealth. It's not generational wealth.
Yeah.
And in order to create generational wealth, like you have to create some kind of business.
Basically, you make all this money for the week. So how much money do you actually save off of the money you make off of the week that you're working?
In a usual time, say if I make $1,000 in the night, I'm usually putting about 50% of that away. However, we were just talking about how life happens, right? You have a plan for 2 years to dance and then life happens. I've been in a situation where life has happened and I have not been able to save money because my overhead is a little over $16,000 a month and I make about $18,000 to $20,000 a month. So, that doesn't leave me a whole lot to save at the moment.
Do you think because I think we all make money. Okay, I've came in last few years, I was able to come across a certain amount of money. Now, I do realize that I kind of have, going out to eat, traveling. I think going out to eat is crazy because I would spend a lot of money on that.
That's like the only thing that I spend money on.
Yeah, right? Because, hey, that industry, you're always going out to eat. That's what you pretty much do.
Yeah, no, I love to go out to eat, and I like to take my daughter out to eat.
Yep.
My daughter is bougie.
Yeah.
She wants to eat at the best places.
Okay, well, so do you think you waste a lot of money as a dancer? Because you always feel like you're going to always have it.
No, I don't waste money at all.
No?
I don't feel that I waste. I mean, like maybe every once in a while I'm like, ooh, I want a swimsuit, but other than that, I don't really waste money. I allocate my money for certain things and I know what I'm going to be making. So again, I have a very high overhead. So with that said, like, I don't have the ability to waste money.
So what about like material wise? You think dancers, they want like the most high end stuff? They want a nice car. They want a nice
I think
place.
A lot of dancers do, and I think definitely more so lately because there's a lot of younger dancers now in the industry when 10 years ago or 14 years ago when I started, I was the youngest one. But like I said earlier, I'm like, men are tools to be used to get to the next level in life, and it doesn't matter. That's just what it comes down to. Yeah,
I got it. Well, I want to say this is dope. I think we touched on a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we touched on everything. We even got into her freaky stuff because she a freak, like a super freak.
I am not.
Gentlemen Club Diary.